Okay, so where were we? We were looking for the Thunder Palace, I think. You also have these little radios. An old tape machine is here while you play it. It's been 3 weeks since our research expedition arrived here. The time, it speeds by. Today we made a most surprising discovery. We approached the red Oho and happened to ignite it in a bizarre accident. The moment this red Oho was touched by the flames, it turned into a monster. This monster Oho attacked us as might any creature that dislikes being set on fire. Unfortunately, the researcher who was attacked then transformed into an Oho. We must conclude that it is best not to approach an Oho if one plans to set it afire. Rather, it is better to stand a short distance away and then set fire to it if one wishes. Surely the blue Oho will respond to some stimuli and also transform into monsters. It may invite trouble, but clearly this must be researched more as science demands it. I'm just casually being like, oh, let's just set these, like, creatures on fire. It's like, that's kinda effed up. But also, there are no humans here, so I would almost take the impression of they all got turned into, OG. This Thunder Palace. That way, Fire Palace. I'm tired. You and me both. Damn, that's a mood. I'm trying to align the VTuber, and I'm kind of having trouble getting an angle I'm happy with. It's also very hard to do this while hitting a block over and over. It's like I'm probably, like, more concerned about it than I need to be. I almost think the tails are so big. I had the Great Thunder Hand. No, I had the Great Liar. Okay, at least you're honest about that. Yeah, the tails don't really get in the way of the screen, at least. You call me OG, but I don't know why. Alright, Thunder time. Spoiler, I guess. I like how Mario's is very chill. And then, conversely, to you who have wandered into Thunder Palace, these are the trading grounds for the chosen few. I know not how you found your way here, nor how you managed to enter this place. But I have no business with you, and you have none with me. Depart, post-haste. Alright. Touch the orb anyway? Plasma orb. Now Luigi's got the glowy hand. And they're pissed. Crackety! Who dares touch the Great Thunder Hand Spark? Impertinent fool! And yet, you have touched the Great Thunder Hand Spark, but still stand before me, so... Perhaps you have the qualities needed to master the Galvanic Thunder Hand technique. Very well, I shall instruct you in the art of the Thunder Hand. Press the R button to select your hand power. Like the little rolled R. Hold the A button until you have charged up enough energy. Then release the button. Only then shall you release a burst of thunder and lightning. Perhaps you should try it once. The 3DS version also adds like touch screen shortcuts for all the commands, which is nice. Luigi mastered the Thunder Hand. Cool. Very well done. It is wise to use this power when an apparent conductor of electricity is nearby. You have done it. It is done. You have released me. Goodbye. I guess their duty is done, so they can GTFO. The only time Luigi is associated with lightning, you know, because he's more associated with ice in later games. The only one I'm kind of, like, not sure about is Strikers. That's the only one I'm kind of, like, contemplating, like, is that lightning in Strikers, or is it something else? Because a lot of the characters don't even have elements specifically in Strikers, but I can't remember for Luigi. I feel like there's another game, but I'm blanking on which one it would be. Alright, so we can definitely get the hell out of here. This is all we need to do here. Like, period. We don't even ever have to come back here, to be honest. Actually, is there a warp pipe here? Like a shortcut pipe? I don't think there is. Like, I don't remember where all the fast travel points are, which is kind of a problem. You have specific ones in Strikers minus Waluigi. Luigi does have green fire. Ah, yeah, that's true. Sometimes I question how, like, Strikers is a video game that exists. Though again, the rumor of it being that's why Mario games ended up losing personality for a while, because they definitely went farther than they were supposed to in that game. I still am kind of on the fence about Strikers. I do kind of feel like it's a little much for me. Partly, like, not inherently, but just like out of what I like for Mario, it's very like intense. Like, oh, let's just have these characters laying out like blood-curdling screams as they're being shoved into an electric fence. It's like, that's hardcore as hell. But also kind of effed up, actually, and I'm amazed they got away with it in a Mario game. Straight up. That's a very loose rule set for soccer. So we have these like underwater Goombas, which is really cool. Like, I think they're only in this game. Boom divers. As usual, I'm counting this as a dungeon of sorts, so I'm gonna kind of go out of my way to fight everything, because that's kind of been my MO this playthrough. I'm actually kind of like, should it be though? We are like over leveled as hell apparently for like one-shotting bosses. But again, I don't really mind being over-leveled, and in some ways I actually prefer it, because it means, especially for a stream playthrough, I don't have to bash my head against the wall 50 times to get through a hard fight. I can just kind of breeze through, which is kind of nice, admittedly. But again, different philosophies for how to approach an RPG. They also have like a lunge attack that I find a lot harder to dodge. Case in point, like the arc of it is really like weird to account for. The other problem I have with some of these attacks is positioning. So like if they're going from one corner to the other, it can be a little bit awkward because of the perspective of it. Oddly enough though, I don't think Mario & Luigi Superstar Saga 3DS actually has 3D support. A lot of the later 3DS games didn't have that because one, the 2DS was already out, and two, because they were pushing like graphics in such a way that essentially rendering the game twice to two different like displays in a way would be a lot more intensive. So like I want to say Smash only had 3D for the new 3DS and not the original 3DS. That was also the Mario & Luigi game that stopped using 3D environments. Oh, interesting. So it's like sprite-based, I guess. Or pre-rendered, potentially, I suppose. Again, I don't know the specific makeup of, like, the 3DS era Mario & Luigi's. You know, there are a couple of games I might end up playing on stream someday, but I don't know how to classify them. Like, Fox Girls Favorites as a series is pretty much lined up for, like, what I want to cover for it. But there are a couple of related games that definitely fall outside. A biggie, obviously, is the rest of Mario & Luigi. But I actually don't know if I'd count this as favorites. I love Bowser's Inside Story, but Partners in Time is, like, actually one of my most disappointing games, for some reason. Partly because I logged so many hours in this game that, for some reason, Partners in Time never resonated. It just always felt a little bit hollow, in a way. Like I was missing something that this game had, and I could never quite pin down what it was. To some extent, I think the Mario & Luigi games after this all suffer from pacing. obviously Brothership is in a camp of its own for that reason, from everything I've heard about it. But in general, I find the Mario and Luigi games after lean more towards the 30 to 40 hour range, which is like double this, basically. Like this will probably be a 15-hour playthrough, or something like that, when all is said and done. But the others are way longer. Partners in Time is probably about like 25 hours, if I had to guess. Bowser's Inside Story is easily 30 hours, and Dream Team is about 40 to 50, I'd say. Paper Jam is back to like 30, I think. It's also just not remarkable. That's kind of my take on Paper Jam is, I actually didn't hate it. I played it a few years ago, and I didn't hate it. But it also is kind of like the most nothing game in terms of just being a game that exists and doesn't really present anything particularly, like, interesting to me. It just kind of is there and is fine, but doesn't, like, feel particularly, like, satisfying as a game. But I don't think it's bad by any means. I think it's alright. It's definitely a product of its time, though, because, again, New Super Mario Bros. Era Mario kind of leaned away from, like, certain aspects, which definitely hurt the RPGs the most, I'd say, and the sports games. The main series could still experiment, which always gets the gotcha of, well, if Mario Odyssey can have original characters, why can't a Paper Mario? Because that's in-house Nintendo, not Intelligent Systems. That's a very obvious question in my book. And same with sports games. It's like, there are restrictions to second parties that do not exist for the first-party studios, is my theory on it. And even then, I do feel like Paper Mario could do a better job. Again, even as someone who likes Origami King, Paper Mario could do a much better job, I think, of incorporating actual characters from the series already established. Mild spoilers for Color Splash if anyone actually has not seen this part, but there was a character from Captain Toad, of all games, in Color Splash. And that's the kind of thing that I felt Origami King was actually missing. I kind of wish Origami King had more established characters that were just, like, still, like, established characters, but more niche than just, like, Shy Guys. Like, a lot of... Oh, that is flown away. Like, Origami King had a much, like, safer roster than even Color Splash in a lot of ways. So... Again, the restriction on characters, like, not being able to, like, make original Toad designs, I don't even think that's, like, a huge problem. It's just they need to branch out to other enemies and characters. Like, have Piantas, again. You know, have, like, you know, Nokis, for example. You can have a lot of characters in a Paper Mario without making, like, OCs. And I feel like that is still kind of a missed potential of a game like Color Splash or Origami King. Jesus, what are these damage rolls on Mario? Again, I should not have gotten away with that. We've been leveling up Pal quite a bit, so... Genuinely surprised they let me have a 5 on that one. That was more like what I was expecting. So yeah, there's a big power gulf now between Mario and Luigi. Yeah, I'm really realizing my biggest gripe with this game, in terms of, like, combat, is the lack of AoE. Like, there's nothing that multi-hits, and it shows in certain encounters that just take forever because there's no multi-hit. And yeah, I think that is why I don't like Partners in Time, is just, it feels slower, even though it's, like, still good. It's just the combat takes longer because, like, enemies feel like they have more health than they should, and again, the Japanese version did tone down health pools in a lot of cases, so they even reached that conclusion apparently. Of like, oh, we shouldn't give this boss like 5,000 HP, maybe we should cut that down by like 1,000. But again, I do feel like that is something difficult to account for. Balancing an RPG is like kind of an impossible task in a way, because like everyone will see it and go, okay, challenge accepted at a point where, you know, people will try to figure out a way to break something. People will find a way to like get 999 damage. And the more you try to like, you know, foolproof it, the more it's like, why are you nerfing a single player game? Like Clair Obscura recently had a lot of debate because they nerfed a really powerful move that last minute before the game released. From what I gather, they patched this move because they were like, I don't know how good this is. So they patched it like really last minute before the game came out. And then it's like too good now, so they have to like tone it down a bit more. But that leads to the overall discussion of, it's a single-player story-driven RPG. Who cares if you're one-shotting a boss? Like, who does it hurt that you're one-shotting this really hard fight? It's not the same as like an online game where it's like, oh, you being overpowered can legitimately affect other people's experiences. Like, no, this is an RPG. You're playing this by yourself, more often than not. So, it doesn't really change a whole lot, basically. But I kind of understand the mentality of nerfing it, even if I disagree with nerfing it. 1-4-3-5-2. 1-4-3-5-2. I always go left to right when counting. So I kind of easily devise like number systems for things. The song reminds me of something and I can't place it. I'm trying to think if it's another Yoko Shimomura song, actually. You know, the other thing in this game is there's not really anything in the way of attack items. Which is the difference from Paper Mario. Again, it's so fascinating to me how each Mario RPG is a slightly different flavor of RPG. I think it's really cool. Also, why the fallacy of like, oh, let's make Mario, Paper Mario less of an RPG because we already have Mario and Luigi. I do agree that that's not the best mentality in some ways, just because they are very different styles of RPG. But I do feel like Mario and Luigi almost feels slightly more traditional in some ways, like the level up system being more traditional, but Paper Mario is a very different style because it has like low damage numbers. Attacks are raised by getting items, like specific upgrades, versus in leveling up attack. So the overall flow state of Paper Mario feels very different than a Mario and Luigi. And then Super Mario RPG is kind of... Ooh, I'm actually kind of hurting. Super Mario RPG is kind of, like, I think closer... Well, actually, I should go the other way around. I think Mario and Luigi is closer in a lot of ways than Super Mario RPG than Paper Mario. Even though Paper Mario was pitched as Super Mario RPG 2, it feels very different than actual Mario RPG. Yeah, that's bad. Luigi is poisoned! So we gotta make this quick. I don't even know where I was going with the previous topic, to be honest. I completely lost track. Yeah, that's kind of my feeling on Mario RPGs in general. Where it's like... these games can both coexist because they present very different design philosophies. I'm using an item right away. I'm not wasting any time or taking any chances with that. But yeah. And then we have the problem of now we have so many Mario RPGs, now there's an influx. Or like a surplus, kind of. Again, still have not touched Brothership at all. I haven't even started it. You know, to be perfectly honest. Also, Mario and Luigi do have different win animations depending on what attack they finish the fight with, which is really cool. So like they have a different animation for the hand powers and the hammer and the jump. So question, is this always a lucky? No, okay. So these are only weak to fire. So with the hand powers, we do have elemental weaknesses now. So Mario and Luigi's respective elements can deal more damage to some enemies. Does it really matter in the long run? Not really, in my opinion. Like, it might do a little bit more damage, but it's not like a game changer, in my opinion. You could go the entire game without realizing, oh wait, these have elemental weaknesses. Like, I don't think that's out of the realm of possibility. Like, I feel like that can happen completely organically. I don't know if we cleared out every enemy in this area. That answers my question. Again, I don't need to go on the warpath against these Goombas nearly as much as I am. Again, I just like fighting as much as I can in RPGs to avoid being underleveled. Oh my god, I just noticed something. Let's see if we can show this off. So Mario does 30 damage. Luigi does 17. So yeah, Mario has significantly more attack power than Luigi at the moment. Which isn't a problem, admittedly. I don't feel like it's a problem, at least. Again, Mario's kind of pitched as the attacker of the group, so it's fine. I always love this, having to hold A and B together, and then hold up to climb the pipes. Hi, Dewan guy, welcome on in. I hope everyone is having a good day today. My day's been alright. Meanwhile, near the border, they are not looking too great. Oh, great, Cacletta. Will this guy do? Anyone will do now. Hurry, quickly. And now Bowser is possessed. This is a really cool animation for GBA. Very scary. So this is a surfing spot. We can't do anything with that yet. Also, oh, hi. I forgot you were here. It's uncomfortably warm here. It's actually weirdly cool where I am at. I have searched high and low for you two. I feared that you'd met a terrible fate. That was the wrong game, Prince Peasley. Beanstar blew up, and fell. Yes, it is true. The Beanstar split into 4 pieces. They have scattered. It is sad, really. What? You say you'll help me search for the Beanstar pieces? Of course, I would be most appreciative. But actually, I'd like you two to go to Bean Airport. You see, Princess Peach is blessing our fair land with her presence. She's gonna blow up the place with her explosive voice. A dignitary of Princess Peach's stature visiting our kingdom is a very serious affair, and that is why I would like you two in attendance to greet her royal loveliness. As such, you must head for Bean Airport immediately, and not do like a bunch of side quests. Well, by the by, Bean Airport is south of Bean Castle. I must head there myself immediately, so I'll see you there. Real quick, I'm not gonna worry about the bob-ombs, but get this warp pipe while we're here. I don't know if this will be faster or not. I don't think it will be. I have to quickly assess, since like, I think it's the same distance. Bob-ombs are very scary in this game. They are not easy to fight, in my opinion. Actually, we can do a thing, can't we? I'm gonna take out the Lackapy first things first. Just to get out of the way so we don't have to worry about messing around with it. And again, there's a joke in here about like, head here immediately. It immediately starts working on side quests. Wait, did we... we did. Wait, when did we get a heal? Is it after the cutscene? I swear this game in general is a little bit weird about healing. Like, sometimes it doesn't quite make sense when the game heals you. Like it doesn't really matter, because you're being healed. But, again, in the Japanese version, they have dedicated heal blocks, like Paper Mario, and also the later Mario and Luigi's. So, yeah, I do feel like the Japanese version of this game as well was retooled a bit to be a little bit more, accessible. Which I like. This isn't like an unaccessible RPG, to be fair. This one's pretty easygoing. But hey, accessibility is nice, being able to just heal on the fly. There's a little shortcut here. There's like a long path too, but like nothing's here. So like, why would you take this path? I have no idea. Because it leads to the exact same place. Which is this little cave. I might save scum this actually. This might be the one thing I save scum. Whoa, I was wondering who that might be. It's the good old Mario Bros. How have you guys been doing? We moved out this way recently. This new place is bigger than the old one, which makes it easier for us to do our work, which is good. So those hammers we made for you striking mighty blows? Well, how about we reforge them and power them up for you? What do you say? It's free. There's no reason not to, and also we have to. Great, we'll have these back to you in just a sec. You do have to do this after the airport anyway, so we're just kind of skipping a step here. Alright, they're ready, and they're more powerful than ever. Pow! You got super hammers. Now you ought to be able to break rocks you couldn't break before. Go ahead and test out the strength of those bad boys. Come back here again after a while. You never know, we might be able to forge your hammers again to make them even stronger. But yeah, I might actually do something here. We have a luck game. I'm Thwomp and I love a good game. Test your luck for a mere 200 coins. Are you ready? Are you guys ready to show me the mightiest swing you've got? So how much money do we have? Break any one of these that you like with your hammer. If you're lucky, you'll get yourself one incredible treasure. Do we really need to save scum this? Never mind, we get a first try. Okay. You got Secret Scroll 1. I was all worried for nothing. You can now use a new Bros attack in battle. So this Bros attack is really important. The advanced version allows you to steal items. There are certain items that you can only get by stealing them, or by equipping an item that we basically can't get yet because it's tied to beans. And we would be 10 Who beans short to get all the beans. We'd also just have to go around scouring for beans everywhere. So we'd be just shy of it. So you might want to take time to actually level this up to advanced and then continue on. I might do that actually at the rate we're going. We're probably going to finish the airport and then maybe explore a bit and then save the part after for next stream. In which case I might collect the beans, a bunch of beans, and also attempt to level up Swing Bros off screen. I'm gonna farm easy enemies, partly so I don't get over leveled too bad. Like these enemies here drop blue beans as well, so I can kill two birds with one stone. But yeah, I might do that off screen just to save a little bit of time. We are kind of flying through this game though, so it's not like overly critical to get like a rare drop or anything. It's like we clearly don't need it. We're OP as hell at the moment. Nice, nice. Got a boo statue that we can't do anything with. Studio of Har Hall, Fashion Genius, so we'll see them later. There's also these flower patterns, we'll worry about that at a future time. These are plot relevant, but for now we'll just move on. Or we'll get tagged by a flying bean, as you do. Alright, this should be the airport. We do need to activate these two spheres, like so. 1 and 2. And we're good to go. So let's head on in. thank you for the hydration check. I will take care of that momentarily. We're actually coming up on a cutscene very soon anyway. So the timing works out. I hate these blocks, by the way. This is the one kind of block I can't really ever do well, so... Not that we really need coins, we have like 2,000 at the moment, but still. Speaking of which, we have a lot of duplicate badges now because of certain drops, so we really could sell a few. The plane carrying Princess Peach seems to be late. All the rumors around town suggest a huge VIP celebrity is coming from the Mushroom Kingdom. I'm gonna get photographic evidence and sell it for big bucks to the town know-it-all. Great plan, huh? So paparazzi, great. I wonder why Princess Peach is coming to the Bean Bean Kingdom. Bean Bean Air is busy with repairs at the moment. None of our planes are flying. Mario, Luigi, Lady Lima is calling for you. Please go to the runway up ahead. I'm terribly sorry, but Coca-Cola is prohibited on airplanes. Any soda will be confiscated. Alright. Oh, Masters Mario and Luigi, Queen Bean was most pleased by your efforts at the university. By the way, there's been a slight hiccup in our plans to welcome Princess Peach. See, you see, nasty piranha plants have dug their roots into this runway. Her airplane can't land. I love Luigi trying to yank them out. What? You want to know why repairs haven't been made? Well, with the Cacletta incident, it didn't seem to be a priority. But enough about that, you must do something about these disgusting piranha plants. For the sake of the princess, you can't refuse, can you? Well then, show me that Mario Bros. Work ethic I've heard so much about. Oh, Luigi with his tea. I forgot about that part. I love the little, like, idle animations that pop up in certain cutscenes. It's very cute. I think we have enough Choco Beans at this point. How many do we have? 42! Yeah, we have enough of those, but, hey. Might as well, if it's not too much of a bother, might as well keep digging them up. Again, this will not be 100% playthrough, just because this game does not stat track things nearly as well as, the 3DS version. The 3DS version, I cannot actually 100% on a technicality, because that actually requires Amiibo, to get stamps. I don't have all the Mario series Amiibo, I only have, like, main characters. I don't have, like, Toad. Toad's a main character, but I don't have, like, Goomba, Koopa, etc. Boo. I have, like, Rosalina, the Wedding, Mario, Peach, and Bowser. I have the Smash Rosalina specifically. I wish I had the other one. Just because without, like, the plastic stand, I think it actually looks better. I have too many Amiibo at this point. But I've gotten my, like, Holy Grail one recently. I got, Pirate Mythic got a reprint with Xenoblade X coming out, so I finally have those, at least. And with that, I'm kind of, like, swearing off buying Amiibo, partly because of, tariff prices are causing them to be very expensive now, to be perfectly honest. Is there only one here? I feel like there's only one here, yeah. The other one must be on the other screen. Every time you actually, have Mario drink water, it takes up, like, you have, like, 3 uses of it for the hammer, and 1 use for the, 1 use for the jump version, so it's a little bit different. The one downside of that is, if you use... I should have done the jump for that, because we only had 1 use anyway. I'm also trying to remember if there's any other secrets to discover with, like, Small Mario. I don't remember if there are or not. So yeah, there should be 2 here. Again, I'm not really a fan of the, blocks there. As a botanist, I must say I'm quite interested in these piranha plants, loathsome as they may be. Water can be easily extracted from the petals of a piranha plant. Did you know that? It's true. The plants are said to hide below ground so as not to be shocked by lightning when wet. So, it's always interesting when RPGs like this, and, well, like, Mario RPGs end up giving lore to monsters that didn't previously exist, and it's never used again. But yeah, we can actually exploit this weakness of the piranha plants with Luigi conveniently having thunder powers. Another problem I have with like Mario RPGs in general is how they're all like sequels to each other, but they tend to not have much carryover from one game to the next. So like Mario and Luigi don't have hand powers anymore after this. I actually don't think they have hammers in Partners in Time at all. Like Baby Mario and Luigi both get hammers at some point because of story reasons. But like Mario and Luigi, I don't think actually have hammers. Maybe they do actually. It's been a bit since I played Partners in Time. As a kid, I always got like partway through Partners in Time and just kind of bailed on it. Not even because I dislike the game or anything, just because I find it like, okay, not worth it. So, ow. Okay, that's a little bit annoying to dodge, so we do actually want to take out the piranha plants first, so they don't try to counter. They will often grow back a new piranha plant that's like a different color, so basically elements. This is the only time electric piranha plants show up, I think? Yeah, the reset to level 1. That's really weird to me in like Final Fantasy VII, obviously, like the remake trilogy. Like, it almost just stands out more by the nature of being... oh, that sucks. By the nature of being, directly linked to each other, it comes off a little bit weird, actually, that, you know, they just depower after a certain point. Alright, did I actually have the thing for that? I actually don't remember. Because if so, oops, screwed that up then. Ow. We're actually taking a bit of a beating here, which I'm not crazy about. I'm a little bit nervous, actually, about how much damage we've been taking. But again, the color weaknesses can be exploited here, so, like... There may be benefits to actually... Oh, that's bad. There may be benefits to actually using, a hand power instead of a bro attack for Luigi specifically. We can crunch numbers real quick here. Yeah, I think that... Oh, okay, we can't really compare it now, but either way. Spiny Badge A is like a rare drop, but it only drops this as a guaranteed drop, is what I mean. So that's very nice. We're also getting beat up a lot, so I think I'll go defense this time. Try to take a little bit of edge off of some of these attacks, because we are definitely losing a lot of health. Even if we haven't really been in danger at all. It's just good to have a lot of defense, just in case. A lot of 5s, because we haven't leveled up defense in a while. Haven't really needed to. So, also, I like how Luigi just sits on it. It's like, that's the way to deal with the problem, I guess. But with that, we are free to talk to Lady Lima again. Well done, Mario Bros. Now we can welcome Princess Peach to our fair kingdom.